Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is Clarissa here, the creator of She Rocks at College, creator and founder of She Rocks at College, a company that helps college women redefine college and life success and step into their brilliance by learning the study skills, the time management skills, the energy management skills that help them to see success in college. And tonight, I am hopping on live to talk about one of She Rocks at College's signature services that we offer that we open up at the beginning of the fall semester as well as at the beginning of the spring semester. And I'm just here to answer questions, to give you a little bit of insight and information as to why we created Study School, what Study School is, who it's for, who it's not for, and give you information so that you can make a decision on whether or not Study School is for you. And hello to everyone who is hopping on. So let me go ahead and start off by just saying that I don't know how your last semester went or how your fall semester is going to go. I believe that every college girl who watches my videos is brilliant, and you probably have everything under control. You know exactly what to do to develop relationships with your professors. You know exactly how to take notes and to study and read your textbook really efficiently. But some of you might be in a class with women who aren't like that, who aren't succeeding in their classes, who have failed classes before, who find themselves in a position where they don't know whether or not they're going to graduate within the 4-year period. They don't know whether or not this semester is a semester that they're finally going to be able to succeed, that they're finally going to be able to pass their courses. And if that is you, if you are that girl that I'm describing, the girl who really is struggling, who pours her heart and soul into watching YouTube videos, hoping and praying that somebody has a solution, that somebody will help them figure out how to succeed in college, to help them not feel as dumb and as incapable as they're feeling right now. Because I've been there. If you're familiar with my story, you know, I failed out of a bio major and was told by an advisor that I would never get into medical school, that I would never succeed in the medical field because I was not smart enough. And that crushed me. It was so embarrassing. It really broke me down to my soul. And it took me learning how to learn, rebuilding my confidence, rebuilding who I believed that I was. And I spent an entire summer, an entire semester learning how to learn. And I applied these skills and was able to get into a nursing program with a 3.8 GPA, taking many of the same classes that I had failed out of before. And I went on to graduate nursing school with honors while working 2 jobs, maintaining a relationship, and building my company, which is called She Rocks at College. And in this company, we believe that every college woman deserves to have the skills it is to succeed, that you deserve to have someone believing in you, supporting you through your journey, being there and providing you with not only the skills to know how to study and pass all of your exams, to manage your time, to know how to read your textbook more effectively, to know what to do with the lecture PowerPoints and practice quizzes that are given to you and rubrics, and know how to talk to your professor in a way where you don't feel like they're speaking to you condescendingly and where you don't feel like they don't care, but rather your professors are pouring into you. They are showing up for you. They are telling you exactly how to study for their class. They are telling you exactly what it is that you need to do to succeed. They're telling you things like, you know, this is where I'm going to be pulling questions on. Make sure that you focus on this. They're going above and beyond to make sure that you get out of college what you came for, right? So my company, what we do is, like I said, we equip college women with the study skills to succeed. But on top of that, we also take a holistic approach to the college experience. We want you to make it the college experience of your dreams. So we go above and beyond with making sure that we bring in guest experts to help you with the scholarship search process, to help you with graduate school process or professional school process, to help you with your health and your mental well-being. So we focus on mental health, we focus on your physical body, we focus on energy management, and we focus on the holistic approach to college. The women that we work with tend to be non-traditional students who might be working part-time or full-time while they're in college. They might be going back after taking a break, a year-long break in between high school and college or in between semesters. They might be moms, they might be wives, they're balancing a lot of things, and college isn't the only thing on their plate. And what we really teach these women is how to build college around your life so that it is enjoyable, so that you still have time and space to grow and be who it is that you want to be. And so I'm going to get to everyone's questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what study school is. And then I'm going to go ahead and read through and answer some of the questions. So study school, again, is our signature service. It is a 4-month-long experience where we walk you through creating your own signature study plan that helps you to make the Dean's List every semester, helps you to graduate summa cum laude or with the highest GPA that you can get at this point, and still have plenty of free time to gain life experiences that land you letters of recommendation, that get you into grad school and help you to land an incredible job when you graduate. Study school happens live every semester, and this year we're starting on September 5th, so this coming Wednesday. And I want to talk a little bit about the study school syllabus. So the way that it's broken down is that you have 6 weeks of lessons, and in the 6 weeks of lessons, we talk about learning the commonplaces your professor reveals what will be on your exams, because they do give you that information. You just have to know where to look for it. And so we dive into where to find that information, what to say to your professors to get them to tell you exactly what and how to study to ace their exams and write better papers and give better presentations. You're going to get templates for emails and in-person conversations so that you can use them with your professor to get them to respond with helpful and positive feedback that won't make you feel stupid and insecure. Because raise your hand or comment below if you've ever gone to talk to a professor and you felt intimidated, or you felt like they were speaking to you condescendingly and they weren't really there to help you. Well, if you learn the proper communication styles and the things to talk about with your professors, and the things that you should say to them, that won't happen. It will be a pleasant experience, an experience where you feel like you're being supported by them. And we talk about how to prioritize your reading and assignments between all of your different classes and all of your different professors so that everybody feels like they're not as overwhelmed during the semester and they know exactly what it is that they need to be focusing on, and they're focusing on it at the right time. Week 2 of study school, we go over writing notes that you can understand. So the magic method to leverage your textbooks, PowerPoint slides, and lectures so your notes contain a simplified version of the class content that you can remember and retain, understand, so that you can pass your exams, write really well thought out papers, and give really well thought out presentations. We're going to go over the 10 plus words that reveal how your professor will use the information from lecture and your books as exam questions. So imagine what it would feel like if you could predict what questions your professor was going to have on the exam. There's ways that you can find that out, and in a way that you can also use it to write your notes to adjust for it. We're going to talk about how to stay engaged and follow along with what's happening in lecture, even when your professor is super dull and boring and the content that you're learning is not interesting to you. And we're also going to talk about methods for writing notes in technical or math courses in case the professor decides to throw a question that doesn't look like any of the sample problems that you wrote down in class. The way that your notes are going to be written, you're going to be able to walk yourself through any question that's thrown at you. Week 3 is all about creating your signature study guide and your study plan. You're going to create a personalized exam plan that will detail the when, what, and how of preparing for an exam or writing a paper. You're going to learn about the 5 different ways to create study guides and tools that won't waste your time, like flashcards. You're going to learn, you're going to get templates to help you create and prepare for exam questions and essay prompts if you have essay-based exams or you have essay-based assignments. And you're going to learn the ins and outs of using the #1 study method of all of the top students that you see in your college lectures. Week 4 is all about fixing your failed exams. You're going to learn how to tweak and adjust your study methods if you happen to get a lower grade than you expected. You're going to have questions to help you dissect your mistakes so that you never make them again, so that the next exam you get a higher grade than you had on the last one. You're going to learn how to go over your exam or paper with your professors without feeling stupid when you talk to them. You're going to learn what to change in your study routine so that you can pass the next exam, and how to ask for help, get extra credit, and utilize the tutoring center the right way, and all of the other resources that your college offers, like the writing center. Week 5 is all about study groups that work. Study groups are a great way to break up the monotony of studying, to boost your grades and prevent procrastination because you have other people holding you accountable. But study groups only work if they're run right. So you're going to learn the 3 rules your study group must follow in order for it to be effective and help you to actually boost your grade. You're going to learn how to find the right study crew. So who's going to be a part of your study group, because you don't want college students who don't do the work, who don't ever do the reading, who don't ever do it, write any of their notes, and all they want to do is come and leech off of you in your study group. None of that. We're going to teach you how to build a study group without making it awkward, and what to do during your study group session so that you don't spend the entire time just gossiping about what's going on in class, and you guys can get in, get to work, and get out and go live your lives. And then we're going to show you how to divide up the work in group projects and how to deal with students that are not doing their part, that are not showing up for themselves, and that are really bringing the morale of the group down, or making it so that you're stressed out because you don't know if they're going to finish their part on time and they're not showing up to any of the group meetings. What do you do with students like that? The last week is all about mapping out papers and creating final exam plans. So the end of the semester can get really crazy overwhelming with multiple assignments due and exams all in the same week. And this week is all about how to handle it all without feeling like you're drowning. So we're going to go over the 3-step plan to study for 2 to 3 finals in the same week without losing sleep. We're going to talk about the 5-step roadmap to A+ papers that you can't procrastinate on writing, building in systems to minimize procrastination in the last few weeks of the semester, and how to bring up your grade to passing in the final stretch of the semester so that you're not caught having to repeat a class over the summertime and repaying for classes that you should have passed the first time around. In addition to those lessons, what we're also going to give you are weekly 90-minute study skills coaching sessions. You're going to get my eyes as well as another academic coach's eyes on your study routine, and you're going to get personalized feedback on any academic topic you're struggling with most at the time. We're going to give you weekly feedback on your notes, your papers, your study plans, if you submit them for feedback. And again, this is done by me, a study skills strategist expert, and another college academic coach expert. We're going to give you personalized feedback on how to improve your time management, how to improve your note taking, how to improve your study plan, and how to improve your paper writing. You're also going to get our Trello, Asana, and Google Calendar organization workshop. If you love your paper planner, but also like to keep yourself organized and be reminded of things on your smartphone, this is a workshop for it. In the workshop, we're going to teach you how to set up Trello, how to set up Asana, how to set up Google Calendar, so you get more done this semester and procrastinate less, and you have something keeping you accountable and reminding you of when things need to when things need to get done. We're also going to have monthly planning sessions at the end of every month. Together, we'll plan out the next 30 days of your academic calendar. If you choose, you'll also get a study partner. And then, like I said, we bring in guest experts throughout the 4 months of the semester that will cover topics like scholarships, career opportunities, relationship building, not only with your professor, but with a partner if you're deciding that you want to meet someone in college. Organization, learning how professors think, confidence, health and fitness, wellness. I'm going to be bringing in a therapist to talk about the mental health aspect piece of being in college and what that entails, and confidence and things like that. And then I love to send out surprise snail mail. So I have a lot up my sleeve for this round of study school students, and they can expect to receive random gifts in the mail that will enhance their academic experience. And study school, like I said, it runs for the full 4 months. So we start this coming Wednesday, September 5th. The last day to enroll in study school is this Sunday. So the Sunday coming up, September 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about how to balance if you are a full-time student and you're working full-time, if you're a full-time student and you're working part-time, if you're a full-time student who's involved in a lot of different sports on campus, or you're somebody who's really involved in different organizations on campus. We talk about that kind of stuff. And Paulo, to answer your question, could you give us some tips on how to do an oral presentation in class? We cover that in so much detail inside of study school, but I will be having some videos coming out here on my YouTube channel that will cover that topic. I can tell you that Thomas Frank from College Info Geek already has a video up covering that topic. So if you don't know who he is, he's a great resource to follow, especially for college men. He's the jam for college men. He really embodies that masculine energy. I love working with college women. I embody a lot of the feminine energy, and I do have some masculine energy qualities, but I tend to work with a lot of women. But he has a video that goes into detail on that. So you can check out his channel to answer that question, or you can enroll in study school. We go into a lot of detail and you can get feedback on your oral presentation skills, something that you won't get from Thomas's video. Debbie says, how do I enroll in study school? So that's a great question. How about I pop the link into the comments, and that way you can check it out. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer it for you. So Marieli is on. Marieli is a current student of mine who I am working with this semester. We had our first session the day before yesterday, I believe it was, or it might have been yesterday. My my days are kind of mixing together here, but we had an amazing session where she had a lot of aha moments, and she's going to be going, I met Ailey yesterday, and she's going to be going through study school as well. So I'm excited to have her in there. Okay, so what questions can I answer for you guys? I am here for you. I'm excited for you to go through study school too, Marieli. What questions do you guys have? So the price of study school is $997. And the nice thing about that is that I do offer a 4-month payment plan. And once you're in study school, you're in for life. So you can come back next semester and get stuff and come back through it for free all the way up until you graduate, or until study school no longer exists, although I do not foresee that happening. So that answers that question. A lot of questions that I get from students is, can I enroll in study school if I'm a non-traditional student? Meaning that, you take online classes, or you commute to and from college, you're not living on campus. And yes, I designed study school specifically for you, because that's the kind of student that I was. I would say about 75% of the students that come through study school are non-traditional students. They're working full-time to part-time to full-time. They're sometimes moms. And, Marieli says she's a full-time online student. And online classes are really no different than lecture courses if you know how to treat them in that manner. And I do go over that kind of content inside of study school, so you'll be fully covered there. So NHH says, how do we manage our time when we study and work? It all comes down to prioritizing, knowing your goals, knowing your values, and knowing what areas of your life are going to take priority. You're only going to get 168 hours a week, so you need to decide what's important to you and create time for it. We do go into a lot of detail inside of study school on how to prioritize assignments, how to prioritize all of the things that you have going on in your life, and how to communicate that with the people who you're living with, family members, husbands, boyfriends, friends, when you have busy times in the semester where you might not be able to hang with them as much. And, how do you manage that? How do you balance that? We talk all about that. And I have experts that come in and also give their input and insight into that. What do you recommend for students that can't afford books and don't have a job and can't get book deferment? So I always say that when you focus on the lack mindset, meaning I can't get this, I can't have that, you close yourself off to possibility and opportunities. So what things can you do to move around that? You can post on Facebook and see if anybody has copies of the book. You can check out your local library to see if they have a version of the group. Sometimes professors will also put books on hold in the campus library that you can borrow. You can ask a friend to borrow the book and photocopy the pages at a time. You can let your professor know that you're going through a hard financial time, that you can't afford the book. If they have a book that they can let you come every single week and borrow and sit in their office hours and do your reading there. There are so many different things that you can do. But if you say, I can't, I won't, someone will help me, you close yourself off to opportunity. And that's something that I talk about. Mindset is huge. In college, mindset is huge when it comes to success. And if you don't have the right mindset, it's really hard to succeed, because you're closing yourself off to all of the possibility of moving forward. NHH, how do we focus on necessities while studying rather than thinking about luxury? I don't think I'm quite understanding that. How can we focus on necessities while studying rather than thinking about luxury? I am not understanding that. Would you mind rephrasing or clarifying? Marieli says, how long do you think is enough to study for one single class? So I recommend no more than 4 hours in a day. And I do ask students to break that up throughout their day. You have to remember that when you're in lecture, you're studying, you're learning. So that's considered studying. When you're reading your textbook, that's also considered studying. So all of that counts. So NHH says, sorry, I meant like rather than spending a lot of money on stuff that we get bombarded with as students, we should focus on saving up for our future. Yes. And so we bring in financial experts into study schools to talk about things like money mindset as a college student, student loan repayment while you're still in college, so that when you graduate, you're not graduating with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s worth of debt, and how to save up while you're in college, how to earn money, how to get scholarships, all of this helping you with the financial piece of getting an education. We have experts to come in and specifically talk about that in study school. And so you can check out study school and see if it feels like it's something that you can benefit from by clicking on the link that I have shared inside of the comments. I take care of my students. I take care of my college women. I understand that they are not just students, that they one day will graduate and they will contribute to our society, and that they will change policies, and that they will be the future lawyers, doctors, teachers, policymakers, engineers, chemists, all of these things. You're going to graduate one day. And I want to make sure that when you graduate, you are equipped with self-confidence, that you are equipped with grit, that you are equipped with perseverance, that you are are equipped with the skills to learn how to learn regardless of where you are, that you know how to manage your finances, that you are going to be okay when it comes to paying off your student loan debt, that you are going to know how to succeed in life overall. We help you really step into your brilliance and remember how capable you are, that you are smart enough, talented enough, and worthy enough for college and life success. So Cynthia Davis says, I work full-time as a tech in a hospital and have classes 3 times a week. With my schedule, it fluctuates every 6 weeks. How do you think a study schedule could work if I only work nights and go to school? So I'm going to read that again so that I fully understand it. I work full-time as a tech in a hospital and have classes 3 times a week. My schedule fluctuates every 6 weeks. How do you think a study schedule could work if you only work nights and go to school? So time blocking is going to be huge for you, and also knowing how to leverage your class time, because if you know how to leverage the time that you spend inside of lecture, and you make the most of it, and you do the majority of your learning while you're in lecture, then all you need are 30 minutes to 60-minute pockets of time outside of the classroom to kind of just do quiz and recall and your own studying, and you should be all set. But that really requires learning the study skills in order to be able to do that, knowing the listening skills and note-taking skills to actually be able to do that inside of class. Because what you lack in skill, you will make up in time. What that means is that when you don't know how to do something, it takes you twice as long to do it than someone who's been doing it for a long time and has practiced it for a long time. What you lack in skill, you will make up with time. So if you find that it's taking you a long time to read a textbook, it's taking you a long time to write notes, it's taking you a long time to write papers, it means that you're lacking a skill. And if you learn the skill of writing papers more effectively, of reading your textbook more effectively, of leveraging your lectures more effectively, of leveraging your notes and writing notes more effectively, it'll take you less time to go through the studying process as it has been. And that's really my goal, is that students are studying and getting amazing grades without giving up on their life. And you do that by learning the skills that cuts down on your study time while raising your grades at the same time. So I hope that answered your question. So Cynthia. If we have a negative mentality, how can we change it into a positive, confident, and hardworking mentality? So number one, I would say work with a therapist. I recommend students all the time to get a therapist, to work with a therapist, to help you with that kind of stuff. A lot of campuses have counselors at your school that you can manage, and get books on negative mentality, get books on positivity, get books on building your confidence. Seek out people on social media or on YouTube who focus on teaching people how to change their negative mindset. There's a slew of resources out there, but you got to show up for yourself, man. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to go and do the research and to actually apply this stuff. Just asking questions about it with no intent to actually do anything about it isn't going to help. You actually have to show up for yourself and be willing to do the work. And you know, it's not easy. It's not easy switching from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. It takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes skill, tools, and resources. So my advice to you is to get a therapist if you don't have one. And number two, start seeking out resources that help with changing that. I'm going to hang around for another 5 minutes. If you have questions, now is your time to post them and get them answered. I'm going to post the link to Study School one last time in case you're interested. Again, the doors to Study School close on Sunday at 9 p.m., so September 2nd at 9 p.m. You're very welcome, so Cynthia. We are going to start study school on Wednesday. And again, anybody who's hopping on right now and you're wondering, what is this girl with this curly hair talking about? I run a company called She Rocks at College, where we equip college women with the tools they need to get better grades without the stress, overwhelm, and lack of social life. We teach them the study skills that they need to succeed inside of their classes, and we make sure that we bring into them experts, guests, leaders in the industry that really help to empower you, to inspire you, and to expand you to step into your brilliance. Did you take statistics? If so, how difficult was it? This is not my most difficult class to date. That is now my most difficult class to date. So Kendi, I did take statistics. It was an easy class for me, but keep in mind that I have the study skills. So I know how to learn. So no matter what class you throw at me, I'm going to figure it out and do well in it. Because I have the skills. I'm equipped with the skills. If you are struggling inside of your statistics class, I highly recommend that even if it's not me, you work with someone or purchase a book or get some tutoring help or talk to your professor and reach out to somebody who knows how to succeed, who knows how to study, who knows how to learn, because that's going to be the biggest help for you. Once you know how to learn, once you know how to prepare for exams, how to absorb information, how to make sense of information, you're going to be unstoppable, because people can throw anything at you and you'll be able to figure it out because you're equipped with those skills. So Chrissy Knight says, for me, I'm part of NAACP in psychology club, and I put everything in a planner, including assignments and work. Yes, that is one of the steps. And if you don't have the mindset to go along with it, where you are prioritizing putting things on a planner, it doesn't help. Because how many students do I talk to on a daily basis that put things in planners and still forget things, and things still go missing? And it's because there aren't habits and routines and the mindset around it. What are questions we can ask our professors so we can get to know them and so they can provide us with valuable information we can use throughout the semester? Marieli. So you and I will cover that in our session together. And I also have a full video on that on my YouTube channel. And Double H says, I see, but I sometimes have a bad habit of procrastinating and leaving things late, so I end up losing commitment. How would you combat laziness and procrastination? Procrastination is just a feeling. It is just a feeling. That's all procrastination is. If you are procrastinating, there are 3 reasons why you're procrastinating. Number 1, you have no motivation because you don't know why you're in college in the first place. Number 2, you are a perfectionist and you are trying to avoid failure. You're afraid of failing. Or number 3, you lack a skill. You don't know where to start, and that's why you're procrastinating. So you first need to figure out why you're procrastinating in the first place. Is it because, number 1, I don't know what I'm doing? Number 2, I'm afraid that if I put my full effort into this, I'm still going to fail, so I might as well not do anything. Or number 3, I don't see the point in this. I don't see the purpose in this. I don't have any connection to this. Once you know why you're procrastinating, you can figure out what to do to stop it. I have about 1 more minute before I'm going to hop off. So if you have one final question, go ahead and put it in the comments. Have I finished university? Yes, I have 2 degrees, one in health policy, and I also got my nursing license. I'm a registered nurse. So I've been there, done that twice already. And I graduated with honors while working 2 jobs, maintaining a relationship with my boyfriend, who is now my husband, and starting and building an entire company. It was great. I enjoyed my nursing program. I loved it so much, and I enjoyed my health policy classes. It helps when you finally learn how to study. You can actually enjoy being in college versus constantly feeling stressed and overwhelmed and wishing that you could just be done already. I had a good college life balance. Again, it comes down to prioritizing. And we cover all of that in study school. And I have so many videos on this YouTube channel that you can watch that'll help you. I think there's one video that's even called How to Balance Work and School. So NHH, when I end this live screen, go and binge watch my YouTube channel. You're going to find answers to every single one of the questions that you asked tonight with examples and details and explanations that will really set you up for this semester. And for those of you who are ready to step into your brilliance, you are tired of screwing around, you are ready for a change, you are ready to have different results than the results that you're having now, study school is open for enrollment. The last day to enroll is this coming Sunday, September 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will, you can look in the comments, but I will put it one last time so that you can take a look and see if study school is something that would help you this semester. And I have to say, it's not for everybody. And if you're not ready for it, that's okay. Accept yourself where you are. Study school is going to be here for a really long time. If not this semester, next semester. But what I will say to you is, if you haven't passed classes yet, if you are struggling academically, how much is this going to be worth it to you to learn the skills? How much time, money, energy, life are you going to be able to save by learning these skills and having and creating the college experience of your dreams? NHH, I normally don't do a lot of live streams. I do a lot of pre-recorded videos, but in October, we're going to be coming out with the She Rocks That College live show where we're going to be talking all things college success. So make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on that. Thank you, girls, so much, and the couple of men who decided to join us for spending your Friday evening with me or morning, depending on where you are in the country or in the world. I appreciate you, and make sure that you come out and you check out She Rocks That College because we're here to support you through your college journey. Bye.